Hey guys, it's Anya, otherwise known as Pink Sweets here on YouTube, and today I'm going to do a first impressions with the Blush Tribe Laila 2 palette. So this is what it looks like on the cover, and this is a sleeve as with most of their palettes, and then you just take off the sleeve and the palette underneath matches exactly. So this is the inside of this, or the outside of this palette, and then the inside is a really pretty color story. It is mostly green with some yellow, very, very pretty. And then I also received, because I ordered this one, because I ordered this one, she gave everyone this glitter, which is the Laila 2 glitter. The last glitter I had from them was the Paulina glitter. Actually, this isn't a glitter, this is a pigment. So this is in their new packaging, which is really cute, but it's like a goldy yellow kind of glitter or glittery pigment. So we're going to use that. I prepped my face with the Saturday Skin Waterfall Glacier Water Cream. I got it as a 100-point perk from Sephora, and so far I really like it. What I don't like is that my eyelids are stained, so let's get rid of that. I'm going to use the cut crease canvas like I did with the, well, I don't know if you've seen it yet, but the staining is from the Pastel Tribe palette. I don't know which video I'm going to put up first, but you may have already seen it. If not, if you haven't, I will link it up here if it's up first. Let's put it that way. And I'm filming these videos back to back, so that staining occurred literally within like an hour, because I only had that look on for about an hour because I wanted to kind of knock out these videos back to back so that I can get them up as quickly as soon as possible. So, and plus I just couldn't wait to use it and see what it's like. And in the other video, if it isn't up, then you would, but oh my goodness, what am I trying to say? Anya, spit it out. So I got a brush set from Blush Tribe. It looks like this. It has a couple of face brushes. That won't go back in there. Hello, come on. And then it has some eye brushes as well, some blending brushes, and I used them with the last palette that I did my first impressions on, and I like them, so we're going to use them again today. And I'm also probably, not positively, but probably going to pop into my palette of Divina Cosmetics Exploders, or what are they called? Galaxy Dust Shadows, because I don't know, this is kind of a monochromatic-ish palette. I mean, yes, it has some yellow, but I want some variety, you know what I mean? So I decided that I would probably try to pull in from another something or other. I just want to do something fun. So, and I was expecting, when I got this palette from Blush Tribe, I was expecting it to be a little bit more yellow and green mix, because in the photos, this back row right here, and on my camera also, this row right here, these three look very yellow toned, but in person, this one and this one look more on the green side than the yellow side. So we're gonna go into Asia, which is the only actual yellow in the palette, and we're gonna use that in the crease. And I'll probably use some of the Blush Tribe brushes as well, because I genuinely like them. But for starters, I'm just going in with this Wet n Wild brush. So that is a very pigmented yellow. Doesn't surprise me. You guys know I love Blush Tribe. I do have a code with them. It is Sweets in all caps. However, it is not affiliated, so I do not get paid for the code. And I did purchase these products with my own money. Just putting that out there. So excited to use this. This palette, the Pastel Tribe palette and the Laila palette, were previewed a long time ago, and I talked about this a little bit in my previous video. I'm going to go into the shade Via, this one right here. And I talked about it in my last video a little bit, but there were some hiccups here and there with one of the palettes, and then some of the palettes got held up in customs, and it was just, I felt so bad for Selma. It must have been a nightmare for her. And so I'm happy that we all are finally starting to get our palettes, because I know that she wants us to have them, and it's been a while, so. But I think so far, well worth the wait. I don't think that these three newer palettes would be categorized as my favorites, if I'm being completely honest, because I don't know, the Hasina 2 literally will always be one of my favorite palettes ever, and I don't know if they could ever come out with one that I would like more because it's just so good, and it's green, purple, and blue, which is like my favorite color story ever for a palette. So, but this is really pretty. So far, I'm liking it. Okay, I'm gonna go into Zara, which is this shade right here. I just have to use that shade. It is a matte shade, but I'm gonna put it all over the lid, and then I'll probably put some kind of a shimmer. I don't know if I'm gonna use one of the shimmers from the palette or if I'm gonna use the shimmery pigment. And oh, that is so freaking beautiful. Wow. This shade reminds me, and when I say this, not because I think it's the same shade, but just in, how do I explain this? In depth and the way it applies, like it reminds me of the shade Re from the Hasina 2 palette, which I love that shade so much. But it's definitely like more of an emerald green than that. The Re shade is more like a teal. But this one is freaking stunning. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Maybe I'll have an all matte look today. I don't want to cover that up. I might just put, well, I could just put some shimmer in the inner corner or like the very inner part of the lid. I don't know if I want to mess with loose pigment today, but we'll see. I'm going to try to do more, well, I don't know if I'm going to do a 3 looks 1 palette with each of these palettes, but it'll at least be like maybe 2 more looks with each palette. And I might just use the glitter pigment in one of those looks instead of this one. And normally I'm not an all matte, I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to leave this all matte, but I'm not an all matte kind of look person, but that is a stunning shade. And I love the way it layers on top of the other shades. Wow. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go in with a little bit more of that Bia shade and just kind of go just across the middle of that dark green one, just to blend between the yellow and the darker green, because I like that gradient. And I love this combination. This is not something that I normally would have chosen for myself in terms of, I don't know, color story, like with the, I've just, yet for some reason I can't talk today. Lately I have been using more yellow and oranges than ever in my life, and I love that because it's something different. So I'm going to take a little bit of glitter glue, and I'm just going to gently pat it on top of the center of my lid. So just right here, just a little bit. But lately I've really been liking orange and yellow on myself. So I think it all started with the Aha Honey and the Orange You Glad palettes. So I'm going to go into my Divina palette here, and I'm going to go into the Galaxy Dust Shadow in the shade Celestial, this one. And I'm just going to pick it up with my finger. You guys know I'm not a finger shadow person, but oh my goodness. But these shadows just work that way really well. Do you see what that did? Oh my gosh. This is so pretty. Ooh. Okay. This is like lemon lime goodness. I love it. I'm just gonna pack some more on. I love these Divina shadows, and I've actually filmed a few looks with them already that you guys have seen, but then I've also filmed a few looks that I haven't put up yet that I need to. Okay. I'm going to clean up this mess, do my base, and I'll be right back to finish up the eyes. Okay, so I have done my base, I have done my highlighter, I put on Jeffree Star's Sarcophagus. I wanted kind of like a goldy tone, you know, type of moment. And I'm going to use the Shockwave liner in the shade I Gotcha, and it is a lime green. I am so disappointed in these. I know that some people really like them, and I like the shade Fresh, but I don't know, I cannot get these to really show up in my waterline, and I don't know why that is. Like, that did barely anything, and I don't know. I mean, I'm sure if I sat here for a while and, you know, got it kind of warmed up and stuff, I could get it to, I mean, it's coming off enough that I can use it as a base for one of the shadows, but in terms of the, I like smooth eyeliners. Even if the ColourPop ones break, at least they show up on me. So, I don't know. Like I said, I like some of these, but for the most part, just not a huge fan of them. So, like I said, I like the shade Fresh, but that's pretty much the only one that works really well for me. So I'm going to go back into my Laila 2 palette, and I'm going to use that favorite shade of mine, the shade Zara, and I'm going to put that on the lower lash line. And then we're going to put that multi-chrome on top of it. And I have not wiped away the powder on my face yet, just because I wanted to make sure that I could get rid of any fallout. And I put mascara on my top lashes. I said lashes. And not on my bottom yet. And then I'm trying to decide what to do for the inner corner. Part of me wants to also put that crazy gold shade in the center. Okay, I think I might do that. So I'm gonna try to see if I can get this to do something on a brush. Yeah, okay, it will go. See how that just adds a little sparkle to the lower lash line as my voice cracks. I know this shirt is probably distracting. It doesn't look the best with my makeup, but I'm honestly not going anywhere today, and it is so cold outside, which I mentioned in my other video, which I like colder weather, don't get me wrong. Not complaining at all, but, oh my gosh, Sophie's snoring, but I'm freezing. So I want to be warm. So there you go. So we're just playing with makeup today, and that is so pretty. Just wearing whatever I want to wear. Okay, so now I'll put a little bit of mascara on the lower lash line. We'll do the lips, setting spray, and we're done. I actually used the Tarte Shape Tape as my foundation today, which I've done a few times before and I always really like it. It lasts a really long time and it doesn't look cakey, but it depends probably on what type of skin you have, because I know some people have said that the Tarte Shape Tape as a, where's my big brush? Hello? Where did you go? There you are. I know some people have said that the Tarte Shape Tape as a, I almost said as a highlighter, as a concealer, dries out their under eyes. For me, it does not do that, but I have very combination skin, so I'm going to spray my face with my Dewy Set setting spray, my favorite at the moment. I love it. There are certain setting sprays, I'm addicted to setting spray. I love trying different setting sprays, but there are certain setting sprays that no matter what, I always want to have in my collection, and that is definitely going to be one of them. Okay, I need this to come out of here. This is not cooperating. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to use the lip liner in Midnight Cowboy from Urban Decay. And it's just a nude. And lip liners are not included in the lipstick challenge. If you don't know what the lipstick challenge is, all the information will be below, but it's a challenge and ongoing giveaway that I'm doing with Debbie Knoblauch, my twin sister, and definitely go check that out. I'm going to use Jeffree Star's Thirst Trap because I just wanted to do something really nude and kind of sparkly on the lips, and I think this is perfect. The eyes have a lot going on, and I'm not saying you can't do bold lips, bold eyes, but today I just wanted to do something more neutral on the lips. So I am going to now set my mirror down first, because you guys know I drop stuff all the time. So I'm going to put this into my almost filled up box, and within the next couple of videos you'll probably see a different container just because I need to do that. Actually, I'll set it down here for now. And oh my gosh, I have powder everywhere. Do you see that? Literally, I get setting powder on everything. I can never wear what I'm gonna wear for the day in my, like when I'm doing my makeup, because it will end up covered in powder and I'll have to change anyhow. I've learned that. So let me know down below what you think of this look. Let me know if you picked up the palette or not, and yeah, let me know what you think, because I definitely think that out of this one, and I just happen to have the Pastel Tribe here, I like the artwork on the front of this one better, but I think I like what's in the palette for this one better, only because this one, the color story is beautiful, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like this color story is almost more unique than this one, but I think they're both beautiful. So I'm glad that I picked them up. I'm a completionist when it comes to my favorite brands, so I will probably always pick up whatever Blush Tribe comes out with. So let me know again if you picked up either one of these or both of these as well. And I did a look with the Laila one, which I will link up here in the cards if you haven't seen that yet. And I will be doing looks with all of these palettes, like more looks with them. We'll use this glitter pigment, and also I think I might do a multi-palette bingo with these two and the Laila one. That could be fun. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.